Hello, my name is Zombie878, bringing you the best YouTube video ever because I finally got around to making part 4 of this. I've been wanting to make part 4 of this forever, but wait, where's my save? Oh my god. Okay. I wasn't expecting to run into this when I loaded in the game. This one? Am I here? Okay, definitely not here. Definitely not here. So let's go, let's go load in this profile. Yeah, this is where we're at. Okay, so gonna continue reading. Rays of sunlight stirred me back to life, a groan of annoyance leaving my mouth while I tried to get back onto my feet. I felt a bit dizzy, but the first thing I noticed was that I was no longer at the shrine. Instead, it looked like the forest near the dojo. Of course, my first thought was to look around to see if I could find the girl from before, but not a trace of her presence remained. To make things even stranger, the path that I had followed amidst the trees seemed better maintained than I remembered. I should probably head home. That's probably not the best idea, but what do I know? That thought was cut short when the sound of several female voices could be heard nearby. But this ain't the right save file either. Dun dun dun! We are back! That was a lot of skipping. So, we are finally back. Let's start right now because I am a little bit mad that my save file wasn't there. So, know this, Fox Spirits. If I had either of you doing anything suspicious, I will personally find out whether my sword goes through you as ineffectively as it did that monster. There shall be no talk of such things within this house. Now, Takahiro-kun, you mentioned you wanted to tell us something. Could it be related to your younger companion's comment? I find it curious to hear her mention the name of an old spirit such as Tsuyuri. Actually, what I'm about to tell is something I learned directly from her. You mean you met her in person? I nodded my head firmly. There's a reason behind the spirit's attitudes towards humans, and doesn't it strike you as odd that there are only spirits in this particular area? It is true that there has been no spirit sightings outside of this region, but what does that have to do with us? It has something to do with this region. Apparently, you see, the spirits here aren't from this world. You mean to say, Takakun, what you're saying, we are spirits, but surely we are still of this world. Oni-sama, what does that mean? Sayuri told me you probably wouldn't remember it because of how young you were when it happened. But spirits have a world of their own. Some accident caused both worlds to merge temporarily. Then, why aren't there more spirits around? The whole thing was apparently dealt with before it got out of hand, but a few spirits became trapped here. Chan, and 4 other spirits were unfortunate enough to get stuck here. I think Sayuri willingly came here to watch over them. You remember being with Sayuri for a while, don't you? Oh, that's none of your business. Su-chan took care of us for a while, but then she took us to the mansion and sort of just left us there. Now we can only visit her when she wants us to. What about these 4 other spirits? I'll be right back in a second. Hola, me llamo Pedro. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. And no, I won't be talking Spanish, but I am back. So, where were we? Wait, did we already read this? Whatever, I'm just gonna read it again. Even though she's a powerful spirit, Sayuri has to follow certain rules. Because of that, she wasn't able to reach the other spirits. I do not know what to say. I need a moment. Might I use another room to compose myself? I'll show you. I can take you somewhere and, look after you to make sure you don't do anything fiendish and all that. Come on. Machiko-san this way. When Machiko and Narumi left the room, I sighed and turned my focus back onto the conversation. Now, about the, we're still on this panty theft. Okay, the fox took your panty. Nobody cares. Whatever. Okay? Alright, they did seem rather adamant about getting their hands on those for some reason. Okay, I can just use this space bar besides the mouse, so good. What was the purpose of that? Surely those girls have undergarments of their own. It was a simple mistake. I needed a maiden silk for my spell. How was I supposed to know that it was something other than the silky things girls wear? Good point. You gonna forgive her? It was all a misunderstanding. None of them knew that maiden silk is another term for wedding sash. Innocent, huh? Oh, okay, back. I need to go back. Innocent, huh? If they really thought they could have just used their own. Nah, that's where you're wrong. Only Sama and I don't have any. You two. I think we should... I see that, dude. The rest of you see that? You see why I want to move on? Yeah, moving on. So, Yuri suggested that we find a way to help you guys out. If we can make you trust us, we figured that maybe you would make us the sash. But, why would you need such an item? Boo, silly man, I already told you I need it for my spell. Mahiko-chan, this guy isn't a magician. He doesn't know what you're talking about. Basically, Mahiko-chan has been researching a spell that would allow her to another realm. Why would she desire such a power? Imagine being stuck far away from this village. You don't have any way to return to your loved ones. To make matters worse, you're in a place you don't know, with beings unlike anything you have seen before. Now, let's say you had a power that would let you go anywhere you want, where you would go. Are you saying that? Yes, even if they weren't aware of it, they must have subconsciously felt they were different from you. They only wanted to go home. Home? Kinda, I guess. I just want to cast a spell to see what would happen. Su-chan told me that if I ever felt like that, I should ask her first and go with it. So I did, and since she didn't warn me about anything, I figured it was just like any other spell. I think it's normal, Mahiko-chan. Whether it's humans or spirits, everyone wants a place they can call their own. A place where they are accepted for who they are. But you accept me for who I am, don't you, Takani? I would certainly feel sad if everyone ended up rejecting me simply because of who I am. Surely not all spirits are good at heart, but perhaps we have been too quick in labeling them as evil. For a moment, I saw the elder's eyes wander sideways towards the room. Narumi and Machiko had moved too, and his gaze softened. Give me a second. Okay. Unfortunately, some of us have suffered quite a lot at the hands of spirits. It will take time for people to come to terms with those feelings, Takahiro-kun. Meanwhile, in a room off to the side of the main room, the guard lieutenant was watching over the older fox spirit as she seemed to be in the grips of a minor panic attack. No, this can't be right. This can't be true. I'm from this world. This world. I belong here, don't I? Maybe you should sit down or, like, lay back or something. I can get you a pillow if you like, or... No! You could not possibly understand. You cannot know what it is like to have everything you knew your whole life just pulled out from under you completely. Actually, I do. What do you mean? It was a while ago. I was still just a kid, maybe 5 years old. There was an incident involving those other spirits. I don't know exactly what happened, but there was a big fire. My parents got trapped inside. They never made it out, so yeah, don't tell me I don't know what it's like to have your whole life torn apart. I am sorry, I did not know. I could not have known. That almost makes it worse. You should know. You should know exactly what it did to me, how it made me feel. Pardon? I do not know what you are talking about. Narumi, was it? Naruton. What? That's what you used to call me. Chi-chan. Used to call me Naruton. We used to play together almost every day. That's how you should know I was with you when the incident happened and you don't even remember. Nah. What the heck was that noise? I went like, nah. Whatever. The girl collapsed onto one knee, clutching her head. I remember. The village glowing orange. A girl younger, resembling you, Why could I not remember this before? Okay, I'm gonna stop. My head hurts. I remember seeing you cry. You screamed for your parents, and then you were calling out my name as I ran. I had to. The villagers, they wanted to catch us, all spirits. They didn't care what we had been playing by the river all day. I couldn't explain it. I had to run. I can't believe it, Naruto. I am so sorry. So sorry. The fox spirit reached out for the guard, who pulled back instinctively as she did. The pain seemed to disappear, and Machiko looked more relieved than anything. I know, not yet. I can't just forget about all that. It isn't that easy, but you did stand up to the slime creature, the one you called Sakura. You risked your life for me and for the village, and that's worth giving you a chance for. I can't promise a miracle, though, 'cause she barely even listens to me, but I'll try to talk her down. She really isn't the cold, heartless captain everyone thinks she is. Thank you. Thank you for giving us a chance, Naruto. I promise, Mahiko and I will do our best. Perhaps you could tell me more about the incident. I'd rather not. It isn't a happy story. But if you do me a favor, I might be more willing to tell you more. I want to get stronger. I couldn't do anything earlier. today. I couldn't protect anyone. I don't have the brains or magic or anything like that. But that Takahiro guy knows some pretty flashy moves. If you get him to teach me some, I will tell you about what happened. Dio Chichan? I am not too sure. That seems like a bit of an unfair deal on my part. Perhaps you could sweeten it for me just a little. Always the charmer, huh? Alright, how about this? I'll tell you something about when we were younger. Like when we used to play together in the woods near the village. There's a little stream there that we used to fish in. Sometimes you would sneak into the village with me, and we played pranks on the shop owners, knocking on doors and running away. Silly kid stuff. You'd even show me your magic, your illusion abilities, but you said you didn't like doing it all that much because it made Mahiko cry. That's right. When Mahiko saw me transform for the first time, she got so scared she ran away and nearly hurt herself. How could I possibly have forgotten that, Naruto? Thank you for telling me that. I swear, I will get Takakun to help you. Thank you. The girl stepped forward once again, this time wrapping her arms around the surprised guard, who did not pull back as the two women hugged each other tightly. The fox spirit began trembling. Hey, come now. We should probably get back to the others. They're probably wondering where we've gone. Forgive me for my absence. I must admit, I did not expect such revelations, Takakun. Have you explained the situation? Yeah, I think they get it now, but it's probably going to take a while for the villagers to accept you. I do believe it will be in everyone's best interest to see the true nature of the fox spirit. Well, I can promise that friendships will be forged today. Let it be known that from now on, fox spirits are welcome in our village and will receive the same respect as any guest should. Thank you, Elder Sama. My sister and I are very grateful for your hospitality. However, the laws of the village shall apply to you three as well. Takahiro-kun, I believe it will be the best interest to learn more about the village. Tsukino Dono, Narumi-chan, I leave him in your care. And try not to put him back in the cell, you two. You've got it, Oji-sama. We'll do our best. What about Mahiko-chan and Chiko-san? I would like them to stay here for the time being. We need to discuss what to do. Should the other spirits choose to return? Oda-sama, I would like to stay with you for that conversation. It is my duty to protect the village and those within it from any perceived danger. This includes you. I also believe it would serve me well to hear this firsthand. Of course, I expected nothing. Tsukino Dono Narumi-chan, how about you take Takahiro-kun for a walk? And do not think that this is a date, young man. You are going to need more than that show earlier to earn the right to date my granddaughter. What? That's his granddaughter? They look nothing alike. Look at that. Nothing. Nothing. They look nothing alike. No, he has a bald head. She has long hair. She has a sword. He has a stick. She's dressed nicer. He's not dressed nicer. Okay. Not going to pay attention to that. The man laughed heartily as I blushed, smiling weakly. At least I wouldn't end up cuffed and brought to a jail cell this time. Maybe it would even turn out to be a pleasant experience. It didn't even. It didn't. Even the elements seemed to be working against the village today. Barely a minute into the walk, the skies let loose and were both soaked through within seconds. I think I know what picture is about to come up, and I do not like where this is going. Letting out a yelp, the roomie grabbed my hand and pulled me towards the nearest shelter. Oh, great. Okay, so it's not that picture. Great. Great. I didn't want to see that anyway. Oh, ew. Rainfall this suddenly? That's just typical. The day just went from bad to worse. I frowned for a moment, trying to think of how to respond. It looked like her inability to stop the slime girl from causing havoc had led Narumi to feel like she has failed somehow. It was then I recalled a certain scenario and decided to act. I swiftly grabbed a hold of Narumi's shoulder while my other arm wrapped around her own, almost as though I was about to comfort her. I had decided to use a judo technique, pretending to be the hero of some manga. Preparing himself for a secret technique, I shouted proudly. What? Hey, stop! Wait, no, I need to hear that again. Sorry. Okay, one more time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey, stop! Okay, let's go on. Suyur Komi got what? Having practiced judo since I was a kid, I easily spun the girl over my shoulder and onto her back in the rainy grass. My eyes are sharp as they look down at her, repeating the words I remembered from a certain manga. This is going to be a picture that's about to come up. I'll just guess it right now. Rain and girls' clothes do not really mix together, if you know what I mean. If you ever looked at anime. Well, if you let one loss break your spirit, you're not suited for the life of a warrior. The stronger the people around you, the more you should improve. You. That doesn't mean anything. You took me by surprise, is all. You looked like you were going to kiss me. Then you tossed me on my back. I I wasn't planning to kiss you, and now I forgot my heroic speech. Get up and grab your weapon, Narumi. If words won't cheer you up, then let's talk like warriors do. Do battle. Dan 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 dan. Okay now, okay. Wait here. The woman pushed herself upwards and barged past me, stomping into a nearby building. Only now did I recognize it as the building I had been held in the day before. I waited until the wooden slats of the shelter as the rain continued. A few moments later, I heard a loud thud, and through the doors, Narumi burst. Of course. Of course. Whatever, let's continue reading. In her hand, she held a naginata, similar to the one she had used previously, but with a different blade. In the moment before her attack landed, I noticed that it wasn't nearly as sharp as it should have been. Hiya! It took everything I had to raise my arms in time and grab a hold of the shaft of the weapon before the attack crushed my body. Pushing her weapon aside, I darted forward. Pushing my hand forcefully against her chest, I attempted to open her up for a second attack. That's it. You're not some weak-willed girl who is going to lose her fighting spirit that he... Oh, I just noticed that her... Never mind. Don't pay attention to the picture. Pay attention to the words. Don't pay attention to the leg with the skirt coming up. Pay attention to the words. The words. Shut up. You don't even know what's going on. I'm going to beat the snot out of you, and that make me feel better. Didn't you forget one of the most important things in a fight? The woman gritted her teeth and lunged towards me again, a wild, angry strike that would have been ridiculously easy to dodge had she not been so fast. Even though I was faster, the whoosh that shot past me made it clear she was not pulling her punches. I don't care. It's not important. I couldn't do it. I got scared. I let everyone down. And that's why you failed as a warrior. I can read every emotion behind your attacks. You're angry at yourself for being unable to stop that spirit, right? Disappointed at yourself for lacking the courage to face them. But you're not some lone hero who has to do everything by yourself. I quickly pushed your naginata upwards, a quick slide of my body, nearly knocking the weapon out of her hands. I quickly raised the hand to flick her forehead before stepping backwards. Did anyone tell you that you had to fight that spirit on your own? Did you forget that you have friends out there that would give their lives to help you? A hero who fights alone is a hero who dies early. It's why both you and the Suandri tyrant weren't able to defeat the spirit. I love this music, but I kinda don't understand why metal is clashing when the boy is not using a weapon, but she's using a weapon. Okay, never mind. Let's forget what I just said. How am I supposed to fight by her side when she's so much better than I can ever hope to be? How can I stand a chance against spirits when I'm just a girl with a sharp stick? Miyu lost her sword, but she never lost her resolve. I lost mine as soon as things became dangerous. I'm worthless. The woman snarled as her forehead was flicked, and she quickly lunged forward again. lashing out with her spare hand, aiming for my temple. I ducked, slid back, and narrowly dodged the swing of her naginata. I noticed the change in her stance, which seemed to allow a closer range attacking style. The only limits we have are those we impose upon ourselves. If she's better than you, you just need to keep improving. Even I have things I want to overcome. That's the thing about martial arts. Why haven't you tried talking to her about this? Because I can't. I can't talk to her. I just need to be strong. She does it without relying on anyone. Without bending or yielding. I can't do it. I can't be like her. Is that really how it is? Maybe you just don't know what the source of her strength is. But in your case, it's just a matter of finding a resolve. Well, there's a problem. I don't have any. I'm just a dumb little girl who needs to be saved all the time. Come on, stop talking like that. Don't you have something you want to protect at all costs? Nothing at all? Not your family, not your friends, your village? You just turn up for the paycheck and tell them thanks? You're right, there's nothing. I lost everything. The woman's next attack caught me by surprise. She flung her weapon towards me at full strength, hitting my arm and causing me to flinch. As she turned away from me, she slipped on the wet grass. Before I had a chance to react, she scrambled to her feet and suddenly took off toward the forest. Hey, is this Naruto music? Because I'm pretty sure this... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Naruto music. Whatever. I'm not... What? Why is it making a metal cling when I go back? Oh, that's why. Okay. I chased the girl as fast as I could, barely able to keep up as she picked... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. And hopefully this save slot stays here. I'll remember that. 34 April 22, 1611. I'll remember that. Believe me. So,